I was actually speaking to one of my friends the other day. I was saying this to somebody. I was saying, I wonder if governments are astute enough to look at somebody with a bunch of money and think, you know what? You know who will definitely not use any kind of international loopholes or international business banking or be clever with their accounting? You know who will just pay their 50% tax on time? Their lawyers. If we screw this guy with $1 million a month in legal fees, we get $500,000 a month. So let's just tie him up with this for 4 years. I wonder if they actually think that way. We can get PC Plod and give him, he's on 33 grand a year. We can make him file some papers and mess with this guy, and we can get $500,000 a month out of this dude. And they don't care whether you're guilty or innocent. They're uninterested. I don't know if they ever operate that way or think of it that way, but I think it literally can come down to that.
Okay, in America, it's called civil asset forfeiture laws, and it's got to the point now where if kids are driving around their parents' cars and there's in the car, they keep the vehicle. It's all about seizing people's assets.
Wow.
Yeah, you got jacked.
And this is the thing. Then you go deeper down the rabbit hole of the Matrix, because especially people inside of that fish tank, they don't understand that you don't own anything. I keep saying this to people. The number of people who come to me and say, Andrew, why are you fighting this fight? Why don't you just give up? As if I'm some kind of coward, as if that was ever an option for me. I'm sure for the average person that would be an option, but the average person wouldn't end up where I am. So no, I don't give up and I don't quit and I'm stubborn and you're gonna have to kill me because that's who I am. But the average person's like, if I had your money, I'd just buy a few houses around the world and I'd just go on holiday and sit on the beach. Showing that their mind is so empty. Well, all you're basically doing is telling me why you'll never have my money, because you're an empty vessel. If you think sand and a cocktail is all it takes for happiness and fulfillment as opposed to struggle and war, well, then you don't deserve riches. But this idea of having a few houses around the world, you don't own those houses. They are not yours. You can get any piece of paper you want saying you own that house. Piss off the government and you will see how quickly you lose that house and everything in it. All they have to do is assign PC Plod on his $33,000 a year to file a paper to go to some judge, along with all the other papers that judge has that day. They don't have time to look into any of it. They're just like, oh, okay, stamp. Before you know it, they turn up with guns and they take it off you. You don't own anything you can't defend, and you can't defend yourself against the government. You don't own anything. And once you've had your house raided enough times, as I have, you learn you don't own anything in any country. The whole thing, the whole idea of ownership in and of itself is a scam, which makes you even less content with these governments. It makes you want to live under them even less, because all the things they promise you, property rights, and you can have a car, and we can give you safety. All that goes out the window when you've stolen my cars and stolen my house and turned up with guns and waved shotguns in my face. So why am I supposed to believe the government for anything anymore?